the Quantum Overlord protocol. In the dark vacuum of a new frontier, the
matrix was overcharged, synchronized with the planet's magnetic grid. They didn't strike to defend, they advanced to enforce a non-linear order across space. The deployment sequence locked, a supreme multidimensional blast cycle designed to paralyze the remaining industrial factions in a single second.
Barrier breached. A devastating chemical counterstrike crashing head-on against the invulnerable defenses of the Western Alliance.
The localized grid is failing. The chemical fallout has penetrated our secondary containment loops, requesting immediate orbital support.
The Vanguard retaliated with absolute force. White Chrome squads canquet Kekdaitlo of sand, fighting to secure the core coordinates. Chemistry does not negotiate. The Overlord's machines dissolved their advanced alloys like salt in a toxic storm. Kinetic impact. The sky answered with the wrath of a split atom, crushing the industrial stronghold into a flat mirror of glass.
My fortress is broken. The orbital grid is active. Release the final subterranean reserves.
Main core is poisoned. A toxic alternative history legacy raised to choke the new world before the Matrix can ever expand.
The victory was an illusion. The entire Martian water table has been permanently locked under a chemical shadow. The colony is blinded.
They built their empire on displacement and pollution, carving up a new world.
When the sun broke through the fallout, nothing remained but a total, cosmic stalemate.
The cosmic frontier concludes, and the elect resistance begins.
Perimeter automated units locked their focal lines, prepared to absorb the initial blast wave from the incoming industrial divisions.
Overload vectors suppressed. The main grid adjusted to maximum pressure, maintaining the non-linear barrier across all active sectors. To protect the future of the new frontier, the Alliance synchronized their deepest reserves, locking the grid against the toxic threat outside.
Silo breach in Grid 11. The enemy has deployed heavy combustion munitions to sever our secondary fuel lines. Seal the vault.
Hold the line stable. If the main current collapses before the matrix locks, the entire timeline will reset to zero. When dawn broke across the red frontier, the lines of science remained unbroken, holding the space vacuum at bay. The siege sequence was absolute, coordinated across multiple automated divisions to strike the core grid simultaneously. Move through the blind zones. The quantum sensors cannot track our armor through the heavy sand fallout.
Load the secondary combustion payload. Target the primary dome support arches.
Mechanical squadrons deployed. Iron monsters fueled by chemical fury charging directly into the western perimeter.
Total impact. The defense forces answered with absolute force, detonating the Iron Vanguard in a single second. The weapon is obsolete. The chemical dust is dissolving the internal quantum fuel rods. Fall back to the trench.
The outer lines collapsed. The Iron Hunters reclaimed the canyon floor, forcing a total blackout across the sector.
The signal is blinded. The chemical cloud has blocked our connection to the mainframe ship. We are entirely isolated.
Quantum discharge. The West answered with absolute fire, vaporizing the landing Vanguard in a single blinding instant.
They think their orbital grid makes them kings of space. But the Earth still belongs to the elements. Release the secondary reserves. If they want total war, then we will poison the sky until their new sun goes dark forever.
The sky was poisoned. The chemical armada launched its final deterrent, preparing to choke the quantum eyes of the West. When the sun broke through the fallout, nothing remained but a landscape of displacement glass and chemical ash. The quantum frontier ended not in victory, but in a divided world. A cold peace maintained by the fear of absolute, global extinction. The quantum frontier concludes, and the final resurgence begins. Choose your side in the comments below. The interception was live. The Eastern Remnants deployed their fastest tactical aircraft to breach the Western airspace grid, flood the secondary combustion pipes. Push the speed past the absolute line of structural tolerance. Barrier breached. The chemical vanguard pierced the invulnerable Western shield with raw, mechanical force. A catastrophic strike. The Western surveillance node was erased in a single blinding instant of toxic combustion. Orbital telemetry stabilized. The Space Vanguard secured the planetary perimeter, prepared to deploy the next Matrix node. A multidimensional core framework operating independent of external mass, creating an invulnerable energy shield across the installation.
Subterranean contact. The enemy has bypassed our geological scanners, breaching the perimeter defense lines from below. Engage the primary kinetic anchors. Drive the Vanguard directly into their central communications grid.
Shadow of the old world occupied the cosmos, a monumental testament to mankind's refusal to perish in the ash.
Production lines were overcharged, mass-producing the specialized combustion munitions required to neutralize the Western code fields.
The nonlinear stabilization protocol reached equilibrium, preparing to anchor the anti-gravity grid right above the frontline assets.
Every combat deck was locked into the priority grid, forcing the internal reactor matrices to function under absolute pressure. Catastrophic impact in Sector 6. The chemical Vanguard completely dismantled under the sheer weight of the kinetic barrage. Matrix override confirmed. The localized atmospheric fields are core stable. Capital grid locked under total alliance jurisdiction. And so, the new cradle stabilized. The red planet became the canvas of a new century where the survival of man